Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters, and I have an exciting new kit to share with you today. This is brand new from Ryefield model, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually their first airplane kit. I'm trying to think back of another airplane that they've made, but for the life of me, I can't think of one. So I think this might be their first airplane kit that Ryefield has jumped into the waters with, and it is a MIG21MF in 40A scale. Now, not only have they come out with the actual kit, they also, as you can see right here, have come out with a whole bunch of aftermarket upgrade kits to really, kick your kit quite a bit up. There's landing gear sets, a wheel well set, missiles, and cockpit set as well. Very nice kit as it comes. In fact, there is some 3D printed parts already inside of this kit, but if you really want to add a lot to it, all of these kits will also be available when this actually comes out. And speaking of that, they've just finished up at the factory, and Ryefield was kind enough to send out an early sample for us to show you guys, plus all of the aftermarket kits here as well. So what we're going to do is real simple. We're going to take it over to the workbench. We're going to open it up, show you all the parts inside, plus we'll open up all of the upgrade kits as well, let you see all of those and see how they are. As I said, they are done at the factory, and they should probably be arriving here in the United States in about 3 or 4 weeks. So sometime in probably early August, we should see them here. So guys, let's get started. Okay, here we are, guys. Here is the box for the brand new Ryefield models 40A scale MIG21MF. And just quickly, we start off here. I was saying earlier, there's 3D printed parts in there. So you see we have some weighted tires, some unweighted tires, as well as the pilot seat. We'll take a closer look at that once we get inside. And then on the side here, you can kind of see some of the internal parts that will be included inside this kit. And they've got it marked up here in these color pieces or color plastic here. It's all gray inside, but this just shows you some of the extra detail that is included inside there. Okay, so now let's open it up and take a look inside. Okay, so we're going to jump right in and start off with the fuselage. This is the A sprue, and we'll just get in there tight and let you see the detail on here. Okay, so there we go. There is the fuselage of the airplane. You got to watch out for this guy, right? This guy is really pointy. Almost stabbed myself a little while ago. Let's look at these parts now. Looks like it's got some nice detail inside here. Okay, there's our D sprue. And next up we have our wings, both top and bottom. Now, many of you guys may know Ryefield pretty well, especially if you're an armor builder. But if we've got some new airplane builders looking at this for the first time, who are not normally armor builders, Ryefield does make a very good product when it comes to 35th scale armor. So they've got a lot of good technology and a lot of great kits out on the market. So I think this one will be very similar along those lines. And as you can see by the detail on here, get as close as possible. They really do make a very nice kit. Okay, so next up we have our Well, it looks like the missiles and rockets, things like that on it. You're going to get 2 sprues of that. We'll move this one over to the other side so it's not distracting. We'll get in here nice and close. Oh, that's nice looking. Flip this around now. Here we go. So 2 of these comes inside the kit. Next we've got 1 big sprue here, and with lots of slide molding on it. Looks like we've got some nice detail on this kit. And there's actually only 1 other sprue inside here too, so not a ton of parts. Won't be one of these 1,000 kit pieces inside. And then, I should say that there's actually 2 sprues. I forgot the clear parts, but the last regular plastic sprue is this one here. We'll zoom in on this. Here's that little opening panel on the back of the airplane. Show some internals. There we go. There's our E-sprue. And then finally, for plastic itself, we've got the clear parts, which are double wrapped inside a bag, and then wrapped again inside another pouch of plastic, which, well, I thought would be a little bit easier to open up in there, but there we go. Took me a minute, but we got it. Okay, so we don't want to lose that because we want to put that back inside. But you can see they've got some really, really crystal clear canopy plastic here. This is the instrument panel, and then a few of the other parts in there. Okay, so now you've seen all the plastic, I'm going to open up and show you the photo etch and all the decals and the instructions before we start looking at all of the aftermarket products. Okay, so now we're looking at this little pouch right here that comes with a little bit of photo etch inside. You see that, and also you'll notice behind it too there is some canopy masks that are already cut inside there, just like that. And then we have this little plastic container that contains the 3D printed parts. These parts are inside the kit. They are included inside the kit. This is not extra. So without having to take it out of this little thing, you can see the detail, beautiful detail in the 3D printed wheels. And then this side should be the flattened ones with the bottom. And then you've got the tail wheel right there. Put that back in there, and then this is the seat, the pilot seat. Lots of detail, just like that. Okay, and then we have a big sheet of decals right here to show you. Actually 3 decals. There's actually a tiny one in there as well. I'm going to pull all these out. And first of all, you're going to get this sheet here with all of the markings for the different air forces. There's our instrument panel. Looks like you get quite a few different ones there. Plus you're also going to get this sheet, which has lots of, is this upside down? Yeah, there we go. Put it this way. Zoom in close on it there, and also some stars as well. Okay, so there you go. There's all the parts, extra parts that are included inside the kit. Now just give me a second to set up the camera and I can show you the instructions. Okay, here are the instructions. You have a breakdown of all the parts, and then it jumps right into the actual building of the cockpit. And what I'll do right now is I'll be quiet for a minute and let you look at into the pages you want. And also, if you want to see anything longer, you can always hit pause on whatever you're watching this on. So only 14 little steps and you are done, and then it is going to break down all of the different markings that you can do for this one. So we've got the Slovak Air Force, we've got Slovak again, Czech Air Force, Polish, Egyptian markings, German, Hungarian, Syrian, Iraqi, and finally Vietnam. So, and then this breaks down where all the stenciling goes on the airplane as well. Okay, so there you go, guys. There is a look at the actual kit, and now we're going to pull out all of the aftermarket products that are available separately. If you're interested in any of those, we'll let you see what those look like inside right now. Okay, here we go. Here, now that you've seen the kit, these are the 4 Upgrade Solution Series aftermarket kits that are going to be available for the MiG-21. They'll be coming out at the same time. And as you see here, we first have an armament package. These are going to primarily consist of the similar weapons that you saw in the kit, but these are all going to be beautifully 3D printed. And probably a lot easier to, you don't have to assemble them at all or anything, so, but to have some really, really great detail. We also have the MF cockpit, and this, since you already have the seat will slide right in here, and you've got all of this nice, and I'm assuming this is also 3D printed as well, plus it looks like we've got canopy frames, things like that. We also have ground equipment set. Just like that. And finally, we have the landing gear and wheel well set, which the wheel's already in the other kit here, but this way you're going to get all the wells as well as the actual landing gear itself in there. So let me open up this one first and we'll start looking at all the parts. Okay, so starting off first, we have the landing gear and wheel well set that I just showed you. And once again, they come in these nice plastic containers to keep them protected, as well as this frame that goes around everything as well. But you can really see the detail that comes in by having the 3D printed parts. It's very nice looking. The wheel set, now it is labeled under the different number, but it looks very similar to the other one, plus you get a different tail wheel inside. So primarily, this is the biggest selling point of this, plus the actual other parts of the landing gear that are not included in the kit as 3D prints. And then quick little instructions book on it right there. Okay, next let's look at the ground equipment. Okay, so next up is the ground equipment set. And there is actually a plastic sprue inside here with the ladder. And here we've got the little trolley cart for towing it. Nice little feature there. That also have the nose cone and a bunch of other little parts in there as well to really super detail the front. And this is even sharper than the plastic one right there. There we go. Okay, so that is a look at the ground equipment set. Okay, now we have the cockpit set here. We'll pull this out carefully. Let you see inside there. Very, very nice looking. And then we have the metal frames for the canopy. And also there is a little bag with a little piece of wire inside. It looks like this is the piece that props the canopy open. Okay, so that is the MiG-21 cockpit set. And lastly, we have the MiG-21 armament package set. And this one has quite a bit more resin inside. To start off with, we've got this photo etch. I believe these are the fins for some of the missiles. And then we've got 3 containers inside here. So we'll start off with, these are those missiles that I believe the fins go to in the front. Just like that. Let's see what's inside this one. These look like the rails. Those are the rails for the system. And then finally, pull all this out. Oh, looks like we had one pop out of its holder here. But oh, that's good though, because at least I can show you the detail up close. And then we also have the rocket pods, things like that. There you go. Okay, so that is a look at the weapons set for the MiG-21. Well, there you go, guys. There is a look at Ryefield Model's brand new 48 scale MiG-21MF and all of the upgrade kits. It looks like a pretty nice looking kit inside. As I said earlier in the video, they are done and are being loaded up from the factory right now and should be arriving here in the United States in about 3 or 4 weeks, sometime early August, mid-August, somewhere around there. Like I said, it's a beautiful kit, and keep an eye out if you're interested in Ryefield's first airplane kit. We will have it on our website very soon for andyshhq.com. So guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching, and please stay tuned because I have many more videos coming.